way to your backs. Roscoe's moving off the mat. He got his bone. As you settle in, just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. I talked to a lot of people this week who are feeling just a little off. I think the fires and the smoke and the air quality is impacting the way that most of us feel. So the good news is that this is temporary. It won't be forever, hopefully. Just start to notice your breath. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. Starting to cultivate that focus on the rhythm of your breath. Noticing the impact of the breath on the rest of the body. Maybe letting everything soften and release, finding some smoothness from the top of the head all the way down to the toes. Just reach the arms up by the ears, give yourself a stretch. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Just take some gentle movement here with the knees hugged in. And then keep the right knee hugged in, extend the left leg onto the mat. And I didn't mention this, but if you have a strap accessible, you can reach for the strap, take the ball of the right foot into the strap and extend the right leg towards the ceiling. And if you don't have a strap, the knee can stay bent, or you can straighten the leg and take hands behind the thigh. And then if you have the strap, take it into the right hand, take the left arm to a T, and drop that leg over to the right. And if you don't have a strap, it might feel more comfortable to have that right knee bent as you take the leg to the right. You just kind of explore what works. And then bring that leg to center, take the strap into the left hand, right arm to a T, and take that leg over to the left. And again, if you don't have this strap, you could just keep the knee bent and come into a twist to the left. And then just come back to center and we'll just change sides. So you can just go ahead and take the left foot into the strap, extend the right leg onto the mat. And then take the right arm to a T, strap into the left hand, and take that leg over to the left. And then bring the leg to center, take the strap into the right hand, the left arm to a T, and take the leg over to the right. And then bring that back to center. If you have a strap, you can just take it to the side and then hug both knees in towards the chest. Just rock up and down along the length of the spine so you can come all the way up to seated. Now once you're seated, just extend the legs straight out in front of you. Bend the right knee and just take the right ankle over the left thigh. And then take the left fingers between the right toes, so you're spreading the toes, and then just point and flex that foot. And then take some circles. And then opposite direction. And then just change sides and re-extend the right leg, then the left knee. Take the fingers between the toes. This side's always harder for me. And then point and flex the foot. And then take some circles. And then opposite direction. And then just unwind that, make your way up into tabletop. And then you have a little bit of time just to do whatever you'd like, maybe some cat-cow or movement with the hips. And then once you feel like you've gotten all your wiggles out, just make your way into child's pose. And then come back up to tabletop. Inhale your right leg up and back so it's parallel to the mat. And then exhale, knee to nose, curl the spine. Inhale, extend that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, hold it there. If you want, left arm is by the ear. You have 2 breaths wherever you are. And then lower that down, back to tabletop. Wiggle your hips side to side. And then back to stillness, take the left leg up and back, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug. Inhale, extend, hold it there. Maybe the right arm goes by the ear. 2 nice smooth breaths. And then lower back to tabletop. Wiggle your hips side to side. And then sit back into child's pose. And then come back up into tabletop and crawl yourself all the way to the front of the mat so your fingertips are at the top edge of the mat. We're going to take our little crawls here. So take your right leg up and back. And then bend that knee and cross it behind your left knee. So your shins are crossed, your right knee's behind your left. And then walk your hands back under your shoulders, so just a little bit back. And then pull the left knee towards the nose and take that left leg around and back behind you. And then bend your left knee, cross it behind your right. Walk the hands under the shoulders. Hug the right knee towards the nose, take it around and back. One more that direction, bend the knee, cross it behind the left, walk the hands under the shoulders. Take the left knee to the nose and extend that leg back behind you. Now we're gonna crawl it forward. So take the left knee to the nose, cross the left knee in front of the right knee. I know that's a little awkward, you got it. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Take the right leg up and back. Right knee to nose, cross right knee in front of left. You got one more, walk the hands forward. Take your left leg up and back. Left knee to nose, cross the left knee in front. Whew, and then unwind everything. Come back to tabletop. You can come back to the center of the mat if you're pretty far forward. And then sit back. One last child's pose before we start moving a little more. And then come up into downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here on your own. Moving any way that you like. And then on your next inhale, just lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, lower the heels down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale for plank. Exhale, drop your knees, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale for cobra, peel head and shoulders up. Exhale, lower back down, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. And just walk your feet forward to your hands. Several breaths here in this forward fold, maybe reaching for opposite elbows. And then release the hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot back for a lunge, right knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms by the ears, watch the palms touch. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears. Exhale, cactus the arms, maybe a little back bend. Inhale, arms back by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears, watch your palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears. Exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend. Inhale, arms back by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back for a lunge. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, bend the back knee and tap it. Inhale, lift the leg and straighten it. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and lower. Hold it there for an inhale, your back knees down. And an exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the back leg, lift the knee. Exhale, plant the hands, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, rebend that knee so you're in a lunge. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Hold here with both legs straight for your inhale. And exhale. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rebend your right knee so you're in a lunge. Exhale, bring your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left foot back for a lunge. Take an inhale here, lengthen your chest. Exhale, bend the back knee, tap it. Inhale, straighten the back leg, lift the knee. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend, tap, and hold that left knee down. Take an inhale here. And exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your left knee, straighten that leg. And exhale, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands for a lunge. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Inhale, rebend the left knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Hold it here. Both legs are straight. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rebend your left knee. Exhale, bring your back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. And then inhale, take the arms up by the ears. Hook the thumbs at the top. Take a side bend to the right and just hold. It's nice to just hold after taking all that movement with breath. And then come back to center, side bend over to the left. And then on an inhale, just come back upright, release the thumbs. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank this time. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And in this down dog, cross your right ankle behind your left ankle, so pinky toe edges of the feet are next to one another. And then unwind that, change sides, left ankle behind right. And then unwind that so you're just back in regular down dog with your feet. Take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, and warrior two. Bring your arms up to a T. You just get to hold just a lot of movement with breath. So now some more static holds just to give you time to get settled. Hopefully all that movement got a little warm. And then straighten your right leg, right arm up and back for reverse triangle. And then keep both legs straight, just bring the torso upright, arms to a T. Start to reach forward as you hinge into triangle pose. Excuse me. And then press into both feet, come back up to your warrior two. Take your hands down to frame your right foot for a lunge, and then walk your hands to the left halfway as you spin your feet parallel. Just keep your hands under your shoulders here, and then spin your heels in and your toes out. So you're kind of like in a little dancer position. And then just take a little bend of your right knee as you keep your left leg straight. Just watch those knees track over the toes, or that knee rather. And then straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. And then just start to take that movement at your own pace, bending one knee, straightening the other, just kind of rocking gently side to side. Maybe you want to hold on one side for a breath. You have 2 more breaths here, just rocking back and forth or holding. And then straighten both legs so your hips are back to center. Just spin your feet parallel for a moment. And then walk your hands to the right to frame your front foot for a lunge. Your way to down dog, vinyasa or skip it. Take several breaths right here. Just feel grounded in the hands and the feet and the breath. And then take the left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, warrior two. And then straighten the left leg, take your left arm up and back, reverse triangle. And keep the legs where they are, bring the torso upright, arms to a T. Start to reach forward as you hinge into triangle pose. And then press into both feet, come back to your warrior two. Take your hands down to frame your left foot for a lunge, and then walk your hands to the right and spin your feet parallel. So again, keep your hands under your shoulders here. Spin your heels in and your toes out. We're gonna hold it this time. So bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, and just hold there. It doesn't have to be big. You decide. Some of you that your hips will go down to the right heel, but only if that feels good. And then change sides, so straighten the right leg, bend the left. Hands will probably walk a little to the side there. And then straighten both legs, bring your hips back to center. Just spin your feet back parallel just for a moment. And then walk the hands to the left to frame your left foot for a lunge. Vinyasa or straight to down dog, no rush, however you want to get there. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down and untuck your toes. So we're gonna hold in this low lunge. If you have blocks, you wanna take them under the hands, you can do that. And then you're welcome to stay right here. If you want, you're gonna pull your left heel towards your butt. Extend your right arm forward and then make a big half circle. Reach your right hand to the top of the left foot. And if that's not for you today, both hands can be on the mat. That left foot can be down. Notice if you're holding your breath. And then very gently, if you have the foot, just release it. Bring your right hand back to frame your front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee so you're in a lunge. And then just plant your hands, take your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Maybe take some movement, circling that knee around. And then straighten the legs, square off the hip, and just lower that foot back down to the mat. So you're back in down dog. Take the left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, and untuck the toes. So we'll just hold here for several breaths like we did on the first side. Maybe you have those blocks under your hands. And then again, you can stay here or bend the right knee, pull that heel towards the butt, extend the left arm forward, make a big half circle and reach for that foot. And slowly release that foot, bring your left hand back to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, plant your hands and take that left leg up and back for three-legged dog. And then just take a little bit of movement with the knee. And then just lower that foot back to the mat so you're back in down dog. Drop your knees, sit your hips to your heels, come into child's pose. take your way back to down dog. Take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, and untuck your toes. So you're back in that same little lunge we just did. And then from there, straighten your right leg, take your hips back over your left knee so you're in a half split. I like to have blocks under my hands here, but it's up to you. It can be on the mat. And see if you can find a soft breath. And then just re-bend your front knee so you're back in that low lunge. Blocks can go to the side, and your way back to downward facing dog. Ooh, nice options, lots of variations there. And take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. And then straighten your front leg coming into that half split again. And then re-bend your front leg so you're back in a low lunge. Plant your hands and make your way back to downward facing dog. And then drop your knees so you're in tabletop. You can untuck the toes. Just take your right leg up and back. And then like we did when we did the crawls earlier, bend your right knee and cross it behind your left knee. So your shins are crossed here and your knees are crossed. And then walk your feet away from each other. So they're walking towards the long edges of your mat. And then you can stay there in your upper body, or you can take your hips back. So you're in this kind of funky child's pose here. I know it's kind of weird and hard to find, so if it doesn't feel good to take the hips back, you can stay with the shoulders over the wrists, so you're more on tabletop in your upper body. And then slowly walk yourself back up, so your shoulders come over your wrists. And just unwind your legs so you're back in tabletop. Maybe take a quick shimmy of the hips side to side. And then take your left leg up and back. Bend that left knee, cross it behind your right so your shins are crossed. And then feet towards the long edges of the mat, and maybe the hips go back towards the heels. And then come back up, right, unwind the legs, and then just make your way back to a comfortable cross-leg position. So just coming to Sukhasana where the shins are crossed. Sit up nice and tall and just close your eyes. I'm gonna take several breaths right here, no effort. Maybe noticing how your hips and your legs feel. Now you can just softly blink the eyes open, unwind your legs, make your way to the front of your mat with your knees bent. Just take your hands behind your knees and roll yourself all the way back. Just setting up for bridge pose here. So knees bent, feet hips distance apart, arms by the sides, and then press into the feet and roll yourself up into bridge. And then roll all the way back down. Just pause for a breath with the hips on the mat. And one more time like that, press into the feet, roll up and hold. And then roll the hips all the way back down to the mat. Keep them on the mat and keep the knees bent. Just walk your feet wider than the hips and let the knees knock in towards each other. Just holding here in this constructive rest position. You can take your arms to a T or by the ears, or maybe rest the hands on the belly. Just allow the body and the breath to start to settle. And then just hug your knees in towards your chest. Just hold here for 2 breaths. And then take your arms to a T and drop the legs to the right for a twist. Then bring the legs up through center and drop them to the other side. Then bring your legs up through center and hug them in. Maybe coming into happy baby. And then release happy baby, hug the knees towards the chest, give yourself a hug. And make your way into Shavasana. Just close your eyes as you settle in here. And make any minor adjustments so your body feels at ease. And start by noticing the places where your body is touching something else. Maybe it's contact with the mat or your carpet. There's nothing special to do, just notice the sensation. Bring your attention to your feet and notice the points of contact with your feet. Bring attention to your hands, however they're resting. Notice what the hands are touching. And then see where you can feel the sensation of your clothes on your body. Maybe you scan the body to see where the sensation is present. Maybe it's easiest to feel the places where your clothing stops and your skin is exposed. And then bring awareness to the sensation of the air on your skin. Maybe you notice the temperature of that air. And then finally, just notice any sensation in your body that grabs your attention. Maybe it's a point of contact, or maybe it's a sensation within the body. And keep your focus on that sensation until another sensation grabs your attention. And then you can focus on that. Maybe take your time moving to different sensations, letting those keep your focus. And just notice if your mind has started to wander. If it has, bring it back to sensations in your body. And then finally start to deepen your breath. Find movement in your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles and wrists. Reach your arms by your ears, big stretch. And then roll off to one side, pause there, eyes closed. And then press up into a comfortable seated position, eyes closed, hands at the heart. I like to read this definition of namaste from time to time. I think it's a nice reminder. I think it's also just really beautiful. So just keep your eyes closed and listen to the beauty of these words. My soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty, and peace within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united. We are the same. We are one. I think that is such a nice reminder right now. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.